Alright, we working? Test, test. It appears it's working. Let's get it on. Hi, kitty. Okay. Yeah, unless I have totally missed my guess, today should be Shadowbringers Day. We'll start with Shadowbringers. So we should get our second set of credits today. Again, unless I've misguessed. Let's see. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay, so looks like all I have is any Beast Tribe quests to advance. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Well, dang. I guess it's just do the story then. Gonna make sure here. Yep. Okay. Under the moonlight. Yeah, Moving Quarter is cheaper, so I'm going to do that one. We'll do Fortune Salt first. I would guess that this rain is probably not great for the salt. Hey, honey. How's that whisker? You might need to move those cranes a bit to the... Oh, Peter, you came. Our trader spied you in Valga's Reach, did he? As you can see, the Saltery's restoration is coming on nicely. Care to have a closer look at what we've accomplished so far? You could witness the success you helped achieve. I promise I won't take too much of your time. Moving cranes at 10 o'clock at night, huh? Can you believe it? Our partners at the East Island Trading Company have been busy promoting our produce and brought all these merchants and chefs with coin to spend. There was one McCourt lass, a culinarian from Limsa Minsa, she said she was, who ordered a whole wagon full of salt to be shipped back across the sea. Thanks to Lord Lollarito's connections, we have the folk in place to transport huge orders damn near anywhere. And our profits have been soaring. Right, let's head over to the heart of the operation, shall we? As I understand it, masses of salt crystals built up in the shadows of the locks. We rake it together into those little hills you see there, and let it bake in the sun for a few days, assuming it doesn't rain, of course. Once it's good and dried out, off to the factory it goes. This is where any unwanted rubbish is sieved out, and we end up with pure Saltery salt. Yes, we really shouldn't be doing this at 10 at night in the rain, but, we've got to show off to you. The brothers and sisters have returned to us, have taken to the work with passion. And though they fled into Thanalan long ago, the love for their homeland still burns bright. And my job is to make certain no lock-dwelling beast ruins what we've reclaimed together. I patrol the shoals every day and put the advice you gave me to good use. In fact, I could use more monster-slaying wisdom if you have any to share. It's the bloody sublets, you see. Their numbers have been on the rise of late. Getting a blade through their ore-bound hides is a chore, to say the least. Any pointers on how to deal with them? The ice. You should go for the ice. Oh, the ice, you say? That seems a bit tricky, but they certainly are exposed compared to the rest of it. I'll give it a shot. I never would have guessed that those eyes sticking out of stalks, the one vulnerable spot, would be the key point to hit, but I appreciate the advice. Well, I think you've all seen all the changes around here. It's time we went to go speak to Grandad. I think I may have used the wrong voice the entire time. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Nearly done. See, this is why they ain't zoomed out to be able to fight. Messes everything up. I'll be with you in a moment, young'un. Let me finish up here. Welcome, Mr. Eck. As you can see, the sultry is back in business. We've got the daughter of Uldan Merchant House come to inspect our operations. Oh, speaking of the last. She does these midnight inspections. It's kind of odd.
We've observed the method of your salt production, Master Watt, and I must say the process is quite fascinating. How you get things to dry in the rain is particularly interesting.
Lady Lilira. Let's go to see Lady Lilira.
Yes, Lady Lilira. It is I, Lady Lilira. That's me. What strange coincidence that our paths should cross in this unlikely place.
Oh, do you two know each other then? I suppose an adventurer meets all sorts of folk, treading from one end of the realm to the other.
Yes, well, Master Watt, I must compliment you on your salted fish. The dish we sampled was exquisite.
Thank you, miss. The saltery was once famous not only for its salt, but also the goods we seasoned in its produce. Oh. We hoped you might take a reminder of that taste back to the people of Uldan.
You may need to go stand in front of the fan if you're hot. It is freezing in here.
Yes, I'd certainly discuss the potential of bringing such wares to market with our partners. And whilst we're on the subject of partners, Master Watt, I understand you run the saltery with the assistance of East Alinar Trading Company. Are the profits of your joint venture being properly apportioned?
I'm not sure I follow, miss. I believe Mistress Lilia wishes to know whether or not the East Alinar Trading Company is claiming an unfair share of the coin. Well, we had a bright young man by the name of Orfinor draft us a watertight contract to avoid that sort of problem. Do you know of any reason we should worry?
Nay, my good man, no reason. Just carry on as you were. Pray, continue these fine efforts to support your countrymen's return, and restore the glory of Alamigo.
Yes, miss, I will.
She's a bit full of herself, wasn't she? The way she spoke, you'd think she was bloody royalty or something.
Seeing as our young heroes come to visit, what say we gather together to mark the occasion? I've got some lovely salted fish. It's great late at night. The Battle of the Empire took its toll and left our saltery in ruins. We were left to squat in the rubble of our livelihood. But look now, kin returns from Odar, and our village is alive again. Peddlers and traders. We had neither the coin nor the might to remake our home until you and the Sultana took our cause as your own. For that we are truly thankful.
Huzzah, huzzah.
The rebuild was needed to get things running high, but the war's talent scours deep. Many buildings still lie broken, and it'll take time to put it all back the way it was. But we won't let your boon go to waste. Day by day, we'll keep adding to this foundation you've laid and bring lasting prosperity for all of Alamigo.
That's awesome. Well, if you need to, go ahead. And catch it on stream. It'll be awesome. Kitty's performing for us. Alright, well, I'm going to go get some water while he does this. Be right back. Yep, right by the mic, please. Who'd you get? So.
Better get to clean it up, Kitty. He took the offer of the food on the phone.
Mm-hmm. Before I could clean it up. That's the cat.
Right here.
Thank you.
You were like right beside it.
All right. Well, let's do this then. Indeed. Under the moonlight. Huh, it's a good time to do this at 2 a.m. Oh, this is it. Gods, you'd better be in now. Someone scrawled all over this stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off and thought no more about it. So no one thought to check in the coffin while it was still occupied. Well, then we are presented with but one course of action. And we'd best be sure we're not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? A digging we will go. A digging we will go. Hi, oh, Jerry.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Lovely.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
I mean, I saw a vision of it walking, so, well, if there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumors are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been used to sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Afino's theory of Ascian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you that they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. They're saying an Ascian is walking around in Xenos' dead body. It seems a distinct possibility. As I put this grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if the body was ever buried here, and how certain we are if Xenos is properly dead. Well, if he wasn't, then it was some trick. He was good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Raban needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Raga's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, we would do another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones, then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. Indeed. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Orianger over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Ishtal is on her way, and should be here any... Ah!
Alice, Pieter, it is good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the East?
Oh, you know, this, that, the other. Lots of things.
Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Ascian now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Pieter? Nay, Alfredo has the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety. Capable though he has become, he ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold, in the shadowy web of the Paragons, like as not.
When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but... I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him. Besides, pray.
Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace, cough cough.
It's okay, I've got great content already this morning.
Really?
Yes, the cat was showing off, you're showing off, we're doing great.
Coughing?
Coughing and puking. That's what we do here in a stream.
We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point?
More than clear. The icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead, and the rite beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan, every party behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. That big pile of magitech.
What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. What have you? Have you lost your mind? I was a samurai. Ah!
I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. Still, he wouldn't be wearing a katana, would he?
He might be in the cell because he's working.
Miss Tinian does all kinds of crazy things.
Yeah.
There,
That's why I did it.
okay. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. I mean, if it's an Ellison, you think of Stinian immediately, but still, I'm finding reason to think not Stinian. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins, embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. Again, Stinian defeated the one he yearned to fight.
Let me see if Did I say stuff I'm not responsible
I think so. Someone demanding revenge! For what? I don't know.
for? Well, we know it's a revenge.
Under the moonlight. It's been eventful days, hasn't it? I suppose all we could do now is wait for word from Alfino. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. We should probably make the most of it. Shall I put on some tea?
No, tea would be lovely. You may regale me with the tale of your adventures in the Far East, and of your encounter with this new primal especially.
I'll put the kettle on. That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. Sitting upon the table, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to watch these scenes in their entirety. Yeah, let's have some tea.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing will happen.
Interesting. So this Sumyui was summoned by the same manner as Sasano, via the medium of the sacred relic.
That's right. They believe their gods or kami reside in physical objects.
Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalogue of such relics. If we are to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject.
A fine idea. I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for information that could help to prevent further summoning in the region. I'll pen your letter of introduction. Lord Hean will wish to welcome our resident expert on aetherology.
Greetings. Could it be that I'm in time for tea?
It certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us about how your investigations went. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhowl's gravekeepers. They all told me the same story. Once Leeson and her officers had confirmed Zenos was dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems to be little reason to doubt the testimony on that point. But when I mentioned the defacement of Zenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act had been perpetrated by a vengeful Alamegan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that the offending scrawl was removed, as per Lisa's instruction. No one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, it is likely the corpse was already missing. Assuming Zenos was not, in fact, risen from the dead,
We have left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed impostor, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it. If Asai is as fervent a devotee as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation, however committed. We must assume, then, that we are dealing with an Ascian, and proceed accordingly. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alfino and Garlemald? The presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risks. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. Meanwhile, in Garlemald, the Imperial hypersonic assault craft 5025? 5025? It was 5025. Master Alfino, we are making good steps toward your destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, it's just I can see naught from my cabin, and I was curious to know the land over which we flew. I'm afraid our military craft was built with little thought for such niceties. I'm happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the burn, on the western edge of Alfard. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but malms upon malms of lifeless earth. I've read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of aether. Aye, it's believed that a succession of icon somethings was responsible. When Emperor Solus first came to Alfard and beheld this blight, he's said to have reeled the scale of the devastation. He declared icons a threat to our very star's existence and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. Report. We are under attack, sir. Magitek armor, no visible designation. Magitek? But who? Oh. All cannons, return fire, damage report. The main reactor's been hit. Helm unresponsive. Oh, we're going down, sir. Damn it. They knew exactly where to hit us. All hands, brace for impact. Lovely purple eyes. No, the guy that, the commander.
Oh no, he's not. That wasn't Alexander.
Glad to have you back, Master Alfino. We've landed in one piece, more or less. But the air filtration system is damaged, and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can. Yeah, Maxima. That's what I was talking about. Can't see the eyes of the others. Aye.
And he's even wearing glasses.
Mm-hmm. Let's do this.
Oh.
Coming battle, you'll fight as Alfino. Keep as still as you can. Mr. Alfino, might I ask you to search for survivors? I'll see to our injured helmsman. Ship wreckage. It binds. It makes things get stuck. Basically, you need ruin for the stuff. For the wounded soldier.
It's an AoE. Ruin is just one person and
Oh, I have to to actually click on him to revive him. My thanks. I didn't think I would have made it. Yes, you very likely saved his life. The question of who would try to make it remains, though. Put these few out of their misery. The prince wishes none left alive. Prince? They have not come to Panafia. Ready your weapons. Yeah, it binds. It doesn't actually attack. I don't know what it was trying to get me to do with the cross hotbar at all. Oh. Are you all right, sir? Yes, I'm fine. Confound it, not here, not like this. Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies of our enemies. Introductions can wait. You're in a calm and a crisis, Master Alfino. Let us finish this, then. Indeed. Or that man is a fiend. Cross formation. That's child's play.
this is exciting, isn't it? Duty complete. Oh, my thanks, boy.
My thanks. Your intervention proved most timely.
Well, well. I did not think to meet an Eorzean in this place, let alone a scion.
You know of me, sir?
I have some small history with your order. Well, but I would speak of the present. Know you your assailants and the severity of your predicament? The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard.
And I could venture a guess as to the motive. But you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are?
Our names are not yours for the asking. As for our purpose, let this be your answer.
An Ascian mask.
The face of our prey. This is the main villain from the first, from Rome Reborn. I ask because of the weapon.
I can't remember.
We must away before more arrive. Come with us, or stay, but make your choice now. Even should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard.
Indeed. We accept your gracious offer.
Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. Come.
I'm remembering some videos now about how they voiced Shadowhunter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Any spoilers you can avoid telling me would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm no spoilers.
Okay. But yeah, talking about videos you've watched about this content? Let's avoid that.
Okay.
Thanks. Could you turn my computer on? This is intolerable. Much as I wish it were otherwise, there's nothing we can do for Alphino now but pray for his success.
Well, that is not entirely true. While your brother journeys to Garlemald in the east, I could make my way there from Alamigo and find out what there is to be learned in the Empire's western provinces.
Then I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken.
Forgive me, LSA, but the provinces are hostile territory, and stealth is all important. It is safer that I go alone.
I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me.
I'll go with him.
And how exactly would that be any better?
I must refuse your company as well, my friend. Formidable though you are, the success of the mission depends on moving unnoticed, and unless you forget, you've grown rather famous. I trust you understand. Well, whatever.
Oh, fine. Just promise you'll be careful.
I don't know.
You're clicking too fast.
I was clicking with you. Now I don't know what's going on.
Okay, Alice wants to go with Thancred.
Why?
Because Thancred's going into the western provinces.
Why am I?
Because Alice is like, I want to go with you, Thancred, and Thancred's like, no, I need to go alone. You don't have to offer. You can just say, leave it to Thancred. It seems that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all, but I will stay behind, as I've been bid. We all have our talents. Mine just happen to involve a silver tongue and soft shoes. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught of consequence. See that you notify me too. I mean to depart from Doma as soon as I find a suitable East Alanard vessel to bear me thither, but I shall return if I'm needed. Be sure to drop by when you're next in the area, Pietro. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alfino to share. You learn the emote ponder. Wait, am I pondering but you're pondering? I want to see the ponder, please. Okay. Probably be better if I could see my face. This is impatiently fussing with her link pearl. Oh, Pietro, if you've come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Everything's exactly as it was. Ishtala is still investigating primals in the Far East, Thancred's still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alfino's still... he's out there somewhere. Okay. There have been no word since his first scheduled report. Nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Begging your pardons, I bear a message from the Eorzean Alliance. Well, thank the gods for that. We have a visitor. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. Milady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Ascian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamegan resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Ascian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. As the foremost authorities of your foe, your Order's counsel would be most welcome. Of course, we should be glad to assist in whichever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I say this one falls to us. By which I mean I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. Of course I will. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. Time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that council will take place in Alamigo. By your leave. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely in a meeting would still be better than the nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Thancred, what's going on, man? All right. Just be careful on the road back, you hear. Did I hear right? Is Thancred coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. Being in Garlean territory, though, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials are listening in. So he said he'd head back as quick as he could, and to make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamegan quarter. Understood. Pietro and I will go. We're bound for Alamigo anyway. Sure to be time there before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. Come with the XIV.
Quest accepted.
Sisterly act. To the Alamegan quarter. You two are a sight for sore eyes. All I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Traipsing through Imperial territory is thirsty work. Asking her to get you water? And she did it? Okay.
Gods, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well. The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance.
That sucks.
But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamegan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes. An Ascian wears his skin. But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding him there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphino?
Spoke with? No. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out.
Under attack?
The burn.
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there. There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
Indeed.
I had a feeling you might say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphino's in trouble. You've said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, let's do this.
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
Though they am to neglect making preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alphino's trail goes gold. I propose we first pay Ian a visit. He'll be sure to want to hear about these developments, and may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn. A sound plan. And Ishtar's in Doma, is she not? I dare say she'd join you in the search if you asked her nicely. Well, you all see to that. I shall go and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the council to me. All right. Thank you, Thancred. Right, to Doma then. We have much and more to share with Istula. All right. Dawn Enclave. Before I do that, I'm going to see if I can donate stuff. People die. On behalf of the Circuit Car Pieta, I thank you for your support. Anytime. I'm pleased to inform you that we've made great strides in our efforts to rebuild the Conclave, or Enclave, or whatever this place is called. And your many contributions to the 10,000 stalls have seen further development. As you continue to contribute to Sekekai and the reconstruction effort, what other ways might the Doman Enclave grow and change? Let's take a look at it. Super.
Looking in on this, nothing to worry about, as you can see. If you're in the mood for miso soup, today's your lucky day. Today's blend has plenty of radish. A bit fancy, perhaps, but sometimes you gotta spoil yourself. Alright, well, I'm gonna use the restroom really quick, and I'll be back and we'll continue with Ishtalon. Burb.
Should I wait on you before I continue?
What?
Should I wait on you before I continue?
Probably not. You're just gonna go on. I just want to let you know that I know nothing. There's nothing for me to
Okay.
spoil. Okay?
I'm sorry, I wasn't...
Something I couldn't.
I'm sorry.
I know that
Mm-hmm.